Hello students. After watching this video thoroughly, you will be able to answer the IUPAC name of so many compounds which I have already written over here well in advance so that we answer them quickly. Now, before we solve, okay, before we write the IUPAC name of these compounds, let us be familiar with some of the rules of the IUPAC. And believe me students, it is very important for your exam and it is equally easy also. Fine. So let us practice all together. The first rule which you have to remember is in naming the complex ion or a neutral molecule, first of all ligand will come first and then the name of metal will come, and you have to write the oxidation state of the metal. Okay. Now second, we must know the name of the ligands. Fine students. Now this is named as chloro, this is named as bromo, this is named as iodo, this is named as oxalato, and yes, this is carbonate, so we'll say carbonato. Okay, carbonato. And this is known as sulfate, here we will say sulfato. Okay students. Next we are having cyanide, we'll write cyano. Now what is the charge on this? We should know this also because it is helpful to calculate the oxidation state. Students, have a look at this particular anion. There are two negative charges, so -2. Carbonate also, if you see, -2 is the charge, so I'll write -2. Sulfato -2, cyanide is -1. Okay, so here we have, it is hydrido, it is nitrito N because point of attachment is N. This is nitrito O. This is nitrate. So we'll write nitrato. Okay. This is hydroxo. Hydroxo. This is amido. This is thio. So we'll write thio cyanato. Cyanato. Okay. This is isothiocyaneto. Okay, this one is acetate ion, acetato. This is oxide ion, oxo. This is sulfido. Okay, sulfido. Here we have SO3 -2, that is sulfito. It is sulfite, so sulfito. This is thiosulfate, so I write thio sulfito. Okay, this is imido. This is imide, so imido. Okay, now we are going to write their charges. We have -1, here -1, here -1, here -1, -1, -1, -1, -1, here -2 oxo. Okay, sulfido -2, sulfito -2, thiosulfito -2, imido is also -2. Okay, now let us come here. While naming the cationic ligand, its name ends with ium. Its name will end with ium. Now this is hydrazine, but proton has been donated to nitrogen, so this is now hydrazinium. Hydrazinium. Okay, and the charge over here, this is a neutral. Okay, it's a neutral ligand. This is nitrocilium. Nitrocilium. Okay, this is nitronium. Okay, these are the positive ligands. Fine. Now next, in case of neutral ligands, its name is written as follows. Now this is methylamine. It is written the same way. It is methylamine. Okay, this is amine, double M-I-N-E, amine. This is aqua, or we write aquo. Okay, now this is nitroso. This is nitroso, or we can write nitroside. Fine. This is carbonyl. Okay, this is phosphine. Fine. Now this is thiourea. Okay, see, urea is this much, NH2C double bond O, NH2. The double bond O is not there, but S is there. So it is thiourea, and this we all remember. This is actually pyridine. Okay, so it is pyridine. One lone pair electron is there. Okay, it is, the symbol is Py. Now here we have ethylene diamine. So the symbol is En. It is ethylene diamine. Here we have two units, 1 and 2. So diethylene. Okay, it is diethylene, and 1, 2, 3. See, 1, 2, 3. Diethylene triamine. Its symbol is DIEN. Now we move on to the next rule. After naming the metal, write its oxidation state in the Roman number without space. Now here we have ligand, metal. This is metal and this is ligand. In the rules I have told you, we have to write ligand first. So how many ligands are there? 6 ligands are there. So I'll write hexa, okay, cyano. So I have named this much. Now I'll write Fe. Now see, it is a anionic, it is an anionic complex. So this will end with ATE. So hexacyano, small f, ferrate. Now I will write the oxidation state, isn't it? Because ligand you have to write, then metal you have to write, then you have to write the oxidation state. Now this is X minus 6 is equal to minus 4, X is equal to plus 2. So I'll write here hexacyanoferrate 2 ion. Fine. Now see next. For the anionic complex, name of the metal ends with ATE. It is almost similar to the previous example. Let us name this compound. Now just look at this compound. It is of the type of cation and anion. How do we have NaCl? Isn't it? Cation and anion. So this is cation and this is anion. Okay, this is cation and anion. Whenever you come across this type of compound, you have to name the cation first and then the anion. Okay, so let us try it. Let us begin with the cation name. Okay, now the name of this particular compound, as begin with cation, it is sodium. So I write first sodium, students. Okay, then I have to name the anion. Now anion, what you do, you first split it. You split this compound. When you split, you will come to know it is Na plus. Okay, this 3 will go here and this 1 will come over here. Okay, so plus this 3, this AlF6 minus 3. So we will name this compound now. Okay, so when you name this compound, it is sodium. Okay, now it is sodium hexa fluoro. Okay, now it is anionic complex, so name will end with 8 for aluminium. Sodium hexa fluoro aluminate. Okay, aluminate. Now I will write the oxidation state of aluminium. What is the oxidation state? It is X minus 6 is equal to minus 3. So X is equal to plus 3. So the name of this compound would be sodium, okay, hexa fluoro aluminate 3. Fine. Now we move on to next example. For the cationic complex, name of the metal ends with usual name. Name of the metal ends with the usual name. Let us focus on this. So we have this metal and this is the ligand. We have to name first the ligand. Now I will write here tetraamine. Okay, usual name means common name. How do we write? Tetraamine copper I will write. Now the oxidation state we have to write. It is X plus 0 because ammonia is a neutral ligand is equal to 2. So X is equal to 2. I'll write here Roman 2 and I will write ion. Okay. Now we will go to the last example under this rule. So we have over here cationic complex. We have cationic complex, but we have two different ligands. Okay. Here we have aquo and here we have isothiocyanato. You have to look at this T and look at this A. A comes first. So the name of this compound would be penta. So we are having over here penta aquo. Okay. Then I will write isothiocyanate. Fe. I'll write iron, okay, because it is cationic complex, so name has to end with the common name, iron. Now the oxidation state we will calculate, okay. Fe is X, water is a neutral ligand, 0. Isothiocyanate has -1 charge, the entire complex has +2 charge, therefore X is equal to 3. So I'm going to write here 1, 2, 3, and it is iron. So name of this complex, which is cationic complex, is penta-aquo-isothiocyanate iron 3. Let us name this complex also. Now cation and anion. This is the entire cation and this is the anion. First of all, we will break it into cation and anion. So we have this, and I write here 2 plus and Br minus 1. So let us name now this first. Okay. So now there are two different type of ligands present. Bromo is there and amine is there. A comes first. So we will write tetra amine, okay, di bromo, then platinum, because it's a part of cationic complex, name will remain usual. Now I will write its oxidation state and then the anion. Now oxidation state, let us say X minus 2 plus 0 is equal to plus 2. So what will happen? X is equal to 4. So I write here 4. So this is the name of this particular complex. Now let us practice one more example. Here this is also of the type of cation and anion. So we are going to split it. So when you split it, here 3 plus will come, here minus 1 will come. Okay, let us solve the calculate the oxidation state here itself. Fine. So X plus 0 plus 0, because both are neutral, is equal to plus 3. So coordination, no, the oxidation state of cobalt is plus 3. Now let us name it. Okay, it is amine, it is aqua. So just pay attention, it is aquo or aqua, it is amine. Now first letter is same, but second letter M and Q. So M comes first, hence the name would be penta amine, okay, then aquo cobalt 3 iodide. Okay, you need not write triiodide because this 3 has been used as the oxidation state of the entire, as the cationic charge of the entire complex. Okay, so you need not write tri. Fine. So this is the name. Now just look at here, we are having one more complex. Let us split. No charge is there. It means here it is plus 1, here it is minus 1. Because we know Cl is having minus 1. Hence I wrote here plus 1. Now it is amine, it is carbonato. Amine comes first. So yes, you also in your mind try to answer this. Yes, it is penta amine. Okay. Then carbonato. Look at the list of the ligands which I have explained. Pentaamine carbonato, cobalt. Yes. Now here the oxidation state will come and then chloride. Now what is the oxidation state of this? X plus 0. Carbonato means minus 2 charge is equal to plus 1. So yes, X is equal to 3. So I write here cobalt 3. Okay. Now IUPAC name of the metals in the anionic complex. As in the anionic complex, the name ends with ATE. So we must know what is their IUPAC name. It is cobaltate. So as you can see that I have written here, it is aluminate, it is cobaltate, it is aurate, it is magnate, it is platinate, it is chromate, it is cuprate, it is ferrate, it is nickelate, and it is zincate. Now we have names over here and let us try to write the formula. So we will first do that rough work we will do. Tetraamine means NH3,4, aquo means H2O, chloro means Cl, and cobalt means CO. So metal has to come in front and chloride is this. Okay. Now how to write the complex? This is just the rough structure. Now cobalt is having 3 oxidation states, students. So what I will do, I'll write here 3, okay, plus 0 plus 0, and chlorine is minus 1. So it is equal to, I do not know what is the charge on this complex, I write x. Okay, so therefore x would be is equal to 2. Okay, so it means if here 2 is there, isn't it, this 2 will come down, and if this happens, then I will come across the structure which is CO NH34 H2O Cl. Okay, and this 2 will come down, means Cl2. Okay, so this is the structure. Now let us look at the another example. We have potassium, so I write K. We have tetrahydroxo, means OH4, and zincate, that is zinc will come over here, and so this is a rough complex. Okay, now zinc is having oxidation state as 2, so 2 minus 4 is equal to x. I don't know what is the charge on this complex, so x would be 2. If I write like this, it means the original structure would be, the formula would be K ZnOH4. Okay, so if this x happens to be 2, I will bring this 2 down. So this is the formula of this particular name. Okay, now let us go on the next example. It is dichloro, so I'll write here Cl2. It is bis-ethylene diamine. Bis means twice, and ethylene diamine formula is En, and they have written cobalt, so I'll write cobalt before the ligand. But now cobalt's oxidation state is 3, so I'll write it is 3. I know this is 3. Chlorine is minus 1 into 2 minus 2. This is a neutral ligand, so I'll write 0 is equal to x. Fine. Now when you solve this, 1 is equal to x. It means on this entire complex the charge is plus 1. Okay, so the answer is CO cobalt Cl2 En2 plus 1. I hope you have understood this concept very well. We will solve one more example. Have a look at this example. Dichloro. I write here dichloro is Cl2, and bis-ethylene diamine, I write En twice, and we have platinum, so I write platinum over here. I have nitrate also, means NO3 will come here. Now students, NO3 is having minus 1 charge. We know that. Fine. Now they have written platinum as 4. So if I write here 4 minus 2, okay, Cl is 1, minus 1 into 2 is minus 2, it is 0. Okay, so is equal to x. So what is x? X is the charge on this particular complex, x. So x happens to come 2. Okay, it means it has to be like this: Pt Cl2 En2, fine, and 2 is over here. Okay, and it is NO3. It means 2 will come down. Okay, if 2 comes down, then the structure or the formula of this full complex would be Pt Cl2 En2. This 2 will come down, so NO3 nitrate is 2. Now here we have K, Pt, ammonia and chlorine. Now this is of the type of cation and anion. So the name would be potassium. Okay, potassium. This is amine, and this is chloro. So amine comes first. So we'll write potassium, amine. Fine, potassium, amine. Chloro is 3. Trichloro. It is platinate because it's a part of anionic complex. Okay, so it is x plus 0 minus 3 is equal to minus 1. So x is 4. Okay, just check, x will be 2. X will be 2. Okay, so x is equal to minus 1 plus 3 is equal to plus 2. Now let us look at second example. This is also of the type of cationic and anionic. Let us try to name. It is this is not there, K is not there, so we'll write tetra. Okay, tetra amine platinum. See, what is the oxidation state of platinum? It is x plus 0 is equal to 2 is written here, so it is plus 2 and minus 1, so 2. It is 2 chloride. Okay, now This is one more example I have written here. It is nickel. It is nickel. Cation is there. So here I will write nickel, and last I will write iron. Here is the oxidation state. This is tris. It is 3. Tris. Okay. Tris. Ethylene di. I'll write here ethylene diamine. Okay. Ethylene tris ethylene diamine nickel 3 iron. Why nickel 3 iron? Because this is X, this is neutral ligand, is equal to 3. Now here we have the anionic complexes. Just have a look at this. This would be tetra cyano, okay, and it is nickelate because it is anion, so name will end with ate. Nickelate, right here, tetra cyano nickelate. Now the oxidation state, it is X minus 4 is equal to minus 2, X is equal to plus 2. So this 2 ion, this is the name of this complex. Next, this is oxalato. Okay, so trioxalato. Okay, trioxalato cobaltate. Now the oxidation state would be CX. One oxalato will give 2 charges. One oxalato will give 2 negative charges. 3 will give how much? Multiply by 3. Okay, minus 3. So X minus 6 is equal to minus 3. X is equal to plus 3. So I write here 3 ion. Okay, next is, this is cation anionic type, so we'll write sodium. Okay, then hexafluoro, sodium hexafluoro, it is the anionic part. Okay, here I will write it as Na plus and AlF. You have to split like this. Okay, hexafluoro aluminate, it is X minus 6 is equal to minus 3. So X is equal to 3. So answer is Roman 3. Okay. Just have a look at the next example. It is nitrito N. Okay. And it is amine. But it is tri. So I'll write triamine. Okay. Triamine. Nitrito N. Cobalt. Now what is the oxidation state of cobalt over here? X. This is 0, full complex, no charge. Here I will write, so X is equal to 3. So I'll write here 3. Okay. Now we have only 2 examples left out now. This would be hexa. See, 6 are there. Hexamine. I'll write cobalt. What is the oxidation state? Now it should be easy for you to calculate. It is 3 chloride. Alright. Next we have rhodium. So amine thiocyaneto, it is tri. So triamine. Okay, and tri thiocyaneto rhodium. Okay, rhodium, oxidation state of rhodium would be, this is 0, this is minus 1, it is 3x. So X plus 0 minus 3 is equal to 0, X is equal to plus 3. So this is the name. And we move on to the last example. This, it is of the type of cation and anion. So we have 2 different ligands. Amine comes first, so I'll write penta amine. Okay, chloro, then cobalt. Fine. See, sulfate is minus 2, this is plus 2. So X plus 0 minus 1 is equal to plus 2. So answer is X is equal to 3. So 3 sulfate. Okay, as I promised that at the end of this video you would be able to answer many coordination compounds in terms of their IUPAC name. I hope you will pause the video in between and you will practice number of times. Best of luck for the IUPAC naming of coordination compounds. Thank you.